Hello, welcome to a little bit of everything. Thanks for joining me on my channel. My name's Marissa, and today you're going to be joining me from my poorly lit kitchen. Today I'm going to be doing a baking video showing you how to make a recipe that I slimmed down. I really love blueberry muffins. They're basically my favorite muffin. I saw a recipe for a streusel top blueberry muffin in the Weight Watchers app when I was looking for recipes the other day. I thought that it sounded really good, especially since I've given up the sugar topped blueberry muffins, and those are hands down the best blueberry or the best muffin top combo, let's face that. But this, I mean, the streusel, I thought it looked pretty good. Very, very moist and stuff. So I wanted to make it. But then, and this goes out to my Weight Watchers people, I looked at the points and it was still 9 freaking points. So Lord only knows the points of the ones that I was eating before. I don't even want to think about it. Um, s- and I don't want to spend 9 points on a muffin. I don't know about you. I'm on the grain plan, so I have like 10 points a meal. But I won't dedicate 9 points to a meal. I mean, unless I've eaten a little bit during the day and have 9 points left over at the end of the night or for a dessert. But I can't do that. If you are having these ones as a dessert, though, try cutting them in half and having a little fat-free Cool Whip on it or whipped topping. It's very good. Well, anyway, I took the recipe and I made a lot of substitutions. Like I said, I got them down to 4 points. Um, Now, I realize that these items may not be everyday items in a lot of people's houses. I do some alternative baking. These are going to be gluten-free, but feel free to change out the gluten-free flour to regular flour or whatever you need for your family. Just make sure you're counting appropriately when you're doing the exchanges. Um, and measuring appropriately for whatever your flour is that you're using. Um, now, what else? The other thing, I made this almost a spice cake. There were no flavoring except for a tiny bit of vanilla in the first original recipe. So I really changed the seasonings, spices, I should say, and I made it a lot more flavorful. So it is almost like a spice cake. It's very good though. And again, this is something if you don't want as much spice, go ahead and tone it down a little bit. But we really enjoy it. Um, all right, well, let's get to this. I've got my muffin liners already filled in the muffin pan. I've got the oven at 375, and I have everything measured out in front of me. Now in this bowl, I'm going to take 2 cups of the flour and use that. There is going to be another no, quarter cup of the flour used for the remainder of the streusel topping that will just sit there for now. I'm going to be putting in the baking powder, the baking soda, salt. Oop, oh no, that did not want to come out. There we go. Rude. Cinnamon and allspice. Now I'm going to mix this all together. See it there? I just want to get everything incorporated together, and we will set that aside. We don't need this for right now. And basically all bowls right into the sink. Perfect. Now in this next bowl, I'm going to add the egg and combine it with 3/4 cups of sugar. The recipe calls for a cup, but it is, you do separate 3/4 cup and the 1/4 cup. The other 1/4 cup will be used for the streusel topping as well. So I'm going to go ahead and blend the egg and sugar together, and I will meet you back here in a minute. Okay, now I'm back, and as you can see, there we go. Oh, it's lighting. Here we go. It is light and fluffy. Now I can tell it's light and fluffy when I'm using the blender and like nothing's coming off the sides of it. It's just laying itself. I'm going to add to it the sour cream, the light or reduced fat sour cream, and then applesauce. Go. And the vanilla. Okay. Now, just going to give it a little stir to make sure it's off the sides. And I am going to blend this together, and I will be right back. All right. So I've blended all of this together to make it more like a liquidy batch. And I'm going to take the flour mixture, put in half the flour mixture. That's about half. And then half of our unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And combine those. And then as soon as that's mixed together, I'm going to do that same step over until there's nothing left, and blend it all together. And once that's done, I will be back in just a minute. Okay, so I've got the whole batter mixed, and you can see it's a very thick, sticky batter, which is going to be perfect because it's going to stick all the blueberries together. Now this is my 2 cups of blueberries. I've got some pretty huge ones this time around. They're nice and gigantic. And I did taste these ones ahead of time, and they were super yummy. Right. And the batter really picks them up very easy. You really get blueberries everywhere throughout these muffins. Okay. They said it doesn't take too much. Get them throughout the whole thing. And one thing that I want to mention is that when I'm doing batters that are thick like this to put into muffin cups, I typically use this is my handy dandy old ice cream scoop, and it works magically. It's fantastic. It has a great capacity for holding the exact amount. All right, so here we go. It's all combined. Nice blueberries everywhere. And now I'm going to put these into my muffin cup holders. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to put them aside because we're going to come back and put together the streusel topping. All right, so we're back, and I've got all the muffins filled. As you can see, they're filled definitely to the tops of, well, I guess what to the tops would be a regular muffin cup, really. It's 3/4 of the way of my larger parchment paper cups. Now for the streusel, I'm using Wegmans plant-based butter sticks. They are, I don't like to go no butter, but they're way less points than regular butter. So that's what I'm using. And then we're going to take that 1/4 cup of flour and 1/4 cup of sugar and put them together with the butter. And then I just start by stirring it together with a fork at first, and then basically finish by squeezing it all together with my fingers, because I apply it all, the topping, with my fingers anyways, to just make sure everything is in there, because you have to push it down into the muffins to make sure it sticks. is too dry. Just squeezing it together. You can get bigger chunks or smaller chunks. You can do it however you want. All right. So I'm going to pull the pan over and just start weaving. I'll go back and push it in after I've got every muffin done. Now I just throw some in each one to start with to make sure everything is covered, and then I go back and give every little muffin extra. I just like to make sure each one has some. Which one didn't get a lot? Okay. Okay. Now I'm just going to go through and kind of tap down into each muffin cup the streusel topping. You can almost really flatten them, basically. Make sure you wash your hands before this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, almost done. All right, so now I'm going to put this in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes until a toothpick comes out nice and clean. All right, and I will see you back when they are finished. Next, when you're finished, you can put it in your coffee bar for your family to eat and grab at any time. It was fun having you in my kitchen today. I want to leave you with a quote as usual. What you think you become, what you feel you attract, and what you imagine you create. That was a good old quote from Buddha. I feel like that hit close with me, and I feel like that's going to hit close with some of my Weight Watchers people out there, especially during changing with all this new lifestyle stuff. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you stopping by. If you like the video, feel free to subscribe or hit the like button on your way out. Come back and see what I've got going on next time, and have a great day. Bye.